Time now for the NTV Sports Desk.
Normally, state high school basketball is a calm 2 weeks of 3 days apiece. But due to scheduling conflicts for the NSAA, we get a unique, frenetically paced week of both boys and girls crammed together for 6 big days of action. And between today and tomorrow, Nate and Nicole will be in Lincoln grabbing 22 games involving local teams. That's why I'm here tonight. We begin with the girls as Broken Bow looks for a great start in C1, while Gothenburg looks to show they're the real deal. First half, Indians on the break. Jocelyn Coleman looks ahead for Brianna Quinn, who collects and finishes at the rim. The Swedes, though, with a Swede stroke from downtown as Ella Ray Harm buries from the corner. Gothenburg giving Kaylin Scott no room to work, but her sister Kaya slips free for the triple. The Swedes not letting up. Clara Everett will carve her way to the rim and helps to get a quick steal and another two, as you will see. Gothenburg moving on with a 45-43 win. They get Lincoln Lutheran next. ANSELMO-MERNA going for their first ever win at state against Sterling. Just before the halftime buzzer, Macy Richardson fires a three and gets a lucky bounce off the front of the rim to put the Lady Jets up 27-15 at the break. But the Coyotes came out hot in the second half. Rayleigh Downing with a great cut on the inbounds for a bucket. Then Downing to Hadley Safranek for a fast break layup as ANSELMO-MERNA starting to close the gap on this one. But Sterling just too aggressive. Dakota Letterman fired up after a three-point play as the Lady Jets would soar to the semis 50-33. Now to boys action and the top seed in D1, North Platte St. Pat's taking on Lourdes Central Catholic. The Irish started building their lead right away. Caleb Munson elevates over everyone and the floater would fall. Jack Hess then waits to see if his defender will step up, but he doesn't. He buries a deep ball as part of his 16 points in the contest. How about Munson feeding Brexon Erickson down low, and the layup bounces through as North Platte St. Pat's led by 11 at the half. All of a sudden, the Knights turned it on in the fourth quarter. Bo Lee nails a shot from beyond the arc, but a couple late free throws helped the Irish hold on to their luck and the lead and secure a 54-49 win. They get the winner of D1's 4-5 matchup featuring Burwell and Elgin Pope John. This was a high-octane first quarter. Hans Gideon pulls up for a long two right out of the gate. Then Jackson Wemhoff fires back on the other end with a jumper to knot things up. But Dylan Cretell gave the Longhorns some breathing room, weaving through traffic and elevating to the cup for a shot off the glass. He finished with 35 on the day. Then look at this fast break slam dunk from Gideon. He's exploding with excitement as Burwell is headed to the semis after a 65-58 victory. Dundee County Stratton back at state after a 5-year hiatus facing Meade. This was a back-and-forth affair the entire way. Nolan Burrell would hit a turnaround jumper for the Tigers early on. The Raiders would then answer the call with Francis Hebenstreet driving baseline and nailing the floater as this remained a one-possession game into the fourth quarter. That's when Quade Myers came in clutch for DCS, cashing in from beyond the arc to put the Tigers up by 3 late in the contest. Then Burrell iced the game from the charity stripe with 4 seconds to go. Dundee County Stratton claims its first ever win at state, 48-44. DCS taking on Loomis in the other D1 semis. It's March Madness Nebraska High School edition this week, with girls and boys state basketball compacted into 6 straight days. But could we see a top seed head home before the snow arrives? A Cinderella story brewing in C2 with top-seeded Freeman and 8th-seeded Amherst going toe-to-toe. The Falcons looking to take flight as Carter Roos lines up a three-pointer and knocks it home. Broncos looking to push the pace. Tage Hadwiger turns on the Jets before turning on the spin cycle. He goes off glass for a pair. Second half, Freeman on their heels. It's Hadwiger pushing the pace once more, this time finding Ethan Elo slipping to the 10. 10 points for him, 1 of 3 in double figures. Roos not going down without a fight. The first shot doesn't fall, but the second effort is good off the glass. It's not enough, though, as Amherst gets the upset, 53-43 Broncos. A tall task for Donovan Trumbull. They've got the defending champion GICC Crusaders. Marcus Lowry, under some serious pressure, is able to avoid it and feed down low to the big fella as Gil Jengmar gets a pair. GICC has size, but Donovan Trumbull isn't phased. A drive inside by Blake Dedamore doesn't land, but Andrew Stock is there for the putback. More driving into the teeth of the Crusader defense. The pass is dumped off to Jaden Williams, and the sophomore hits the baseline jumper. But the Satyrs, not phased on their run to another title. The kick out finds Brayton Johnson. He kens it from the corner. GICC back in the semis with a 51-37 win. There's a look at the C2 bracket again. Amherst looks to slay another dragon in GICC Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. A rematch of the C1 9 sub-district final for girls between St. Paul and GICC. This one with more on the line. GICC wasting no time. Jenna Hedelk feeds Chloe Cloud in the post, and the senior gets the easy two off the glass. The Wildcats, they can be dangerous when they heat up. Amber Kosmicki, especially her three, keeps things going. More great movement from the Crusaders as Cloud finds Lucy Gaffon, and Gaffon breaks out the post moves for two. Second half. More looks down low as the Hedelk to Cloud connection works once more. GICC is moving on with a 40-31 win. GICC will face North Bend Central in the next round. Gothenburg advances to the semis where they will face Lincoln Lutheran. Back to the boys. Loomis hoping to make it to the semifinals, but first they got to beat Riverside. The Chargers kept it close early on. Tony Berger dodging through a pack of wolves to get to the 10. His shot falls to make it a one-possession game. But Loomis took over the rest of the way. Shea Swanson bodies up down low for a bucket. He finished a game-high 25 points. Quinn Johnson also in double digits in this game as he delivers on one of his patented three-pointers in the second quarter. Then, how about Christian Blinko grabbing the loose ball and somehow finding enough space to complete a putback? Loomis moving on in dominating fashion, 55-34. It's an all-Central and Western Nebraska Final Four in D1 with DCS taking on Loomis in the next round, and it's North Platte St. Pat's versus Burwell in the other semifinal. Back to girls. No amount of distance could keep Crawford and St. Mary's from making their way to state. Second half action, Cardinals looking to run away with it. The feed to Maya Hedstrom doesn't lead to a bucket at first, but she snags her miss and finishes with the putback. Cards looking to fly down the floor now as Alyssa Brayback feeds Larissa Raymond, and the sophomore comes up with the elbow jumper. If defense wins championship, St. Mary's looks to be well on their way. The tip by Hedstrom rolls all the way down the floor before it's collected in the corner by Annabelle Barlow. She flips inside to Brayback, who comes up with a pair. St. Mary's is moving on with a 36-18 victory. We look at the bracket now. St. Mary's gets Humphrey St. Francis in a very holy matchup in the semifinals. Sterling knocks off ANSELMO-MERNA 50-33. And the Coyotes finish their year at 19-7 overall.